Welcome to Kevin Sullivan and Woman, Demons and Fallen Angels. Fans, let's take you to the first match. Kevin Sullivan versus Hercules Ayala.
Hercules Ayala out against Kevin Sullivan, and if you don't know who the young lady is, that's the Fallen Angel. The Prince of Darkness and the Fallen Angel. Kevin Sullivan out against Hercules Ayala. And believe me, this is quite a contrast. You want to talk about Beauty and the Beast? We've got it here tonight. This match, a main event, any place in the country, is the big man from Puerto Rico, Hercules Ayala. Sullivan being a bit rough with the Angel, but she is there to serve him. She'll be the first to tell you, and if she doesn't, he certainly will. Sullivan, bizarre character that he may be, certainly is a tough competitor in that ring. And he'll have to be tough tonight as he faces the big man from San Juan, Hercules Ayala. Good armbar and a whip. And Ayala reverses it. Ayala stalking Sullivan. Sullivan moves in, the collar and elbow, they jockey position. Ayala comes up with his headlock. And watch Sullivan throwing the little forearms into the rib cage, trying to free himself. More in aggravation for Ayala. And Ayala throws the cupped hand in, staggers Sullivan. And there's a good shot of the Fallen Angel. And I don't know if it's a distraction or exactly what you might call her appearance at ringside, but certainly Kevin Sullivan's win record is very impressive. Look here, Ayala and Sullivan trading punches, and the big gentleman from Puerto Rico gets the upper hand, and out of the ring goes Kevin Sullivan. Ayala making overtures at the Angel outside the ring. And again, as he turns his back, it's Sullivan moving in. And sends Ayala out onto the ring apron now. Both Sullivan and Ayala out on the floor. Sullivan with the upper hand at this moment. Throws another big right. And now drives Ayala into that ring post. And it is Kevin Sullivan with the upper hand again, sending Ayala the shoulder into that ring post. A little right jab to the forehead. Sullivan rolls in, stops the count, and right back out. And there he sends Sullivan. Sullivan has Ayala. Hercules in trouble, is dazed, and there's Sullivan with a chop, and another chop. The Prince of Darkness not backing off one bit as he keeps Ayala off balance and outside that ring. Sullivan moving up now back into the ring proper. And again, he saves the count. The referee stops the count completely as Sullivan goes back out. So he's serving two purposes. He's not getting counted out, and he's able to stop the count on Ayala when he goes back outside so he can punish him again. But maybe here it's been going on too long as Ayala is starting to get his second win, starting to battle back at Kevin Sullivan. Sullivan again moving back onto the ring apron now as Ayala a bit dazed, and as he moves towards that ring, you saw the shot coming out of nowhere. And again, Sullivan hits him with that kick. Ayala groggy now. Sullivan has him right where he wants him, but I don't believe you can count the big man out yet. As long as he's on his feet, there's still some fight in him, and you see him now trying to build a head of steam, trying to psych himself up for this one. Boom, he catches Sullivan and drives Kevin into that ring post. And now it is Hercules Ayala in command offensively. Ayala with a chair, crashing down on the head of Kevin Sullivan. Sullivan trying to get back in the ring. Ayala back in ahead of him now. Sullivan trying to beg off, trying to get a rest. But Ayala staying right on top, pressing for the advantage and holding it. Shoots Sullivan cross ring. And look at the scoop and the slam. Ayala throwing those club-like blows down across the back of the neck. And he is in the driver's seat. And look here, you can see it. You can see the Angel passing something into the hand of Sullivan. What happens here? The Angel distracts the referee, as he puts her down. Sullivan uses apparently looking like a stick or something that he drove it into the 3 count. Sullivan comes up the winner. I couldn't see exactly what it was he was using, but certainly something that dropped Hercules. And here you see the Angel trying to get Sullivan out of the ring before Hercules comes back up. Sullivan stunned himself. Your winner, Kevin Sullivan, a controversial decision.
Kevin Sullivan takes on newcomer Roy Diamond. Let's take it back with Gordon Solie.
In a moment, we're going to be seeing the master of the occult, Kevin Sullivan, as he gets set to enter the ring. He'll be accompanied at ringside, of course, by the Fallen Angel. He's going up against Roy Diamond. Here, the ring announcer introducing Diamond at this time. Diamond is a fine athlete, has a very promising future in the sport of professional wrestling. But, brother, he's going up against one of the strangest, most bizarre individuals in the sport today. And there you see him coming to the ring now. Kevin Sullivan, the master of the occult, accompanied at ringside by the very curvaceous Fallen Angel. Sullivan being released now and getting set to move into the ring. 1 fall, 10-minute time limit. The Fallen Angel, strangely beautiful, one would say. Sullivan, a master of the sport, a brilliant strategist in the ring, but has a vicious, vindictive streak in him that has cost a lot of wrestlers a lot of pain and a lot of hurt. Fallen Angel leaves the ring, and Sullivan wastes no time as he begins to chop away at the throat of Diamond. Now catches Diamond and hurdles him right through the ring ropes out onto the timer's table, and Sullivan right after him again. Sullivan pounding away on Diamond. Sullivan catches him again and again, and Diamond just had no opportunity. He has been completely overwhelmed by this man who is a literal beehive of activity. Sullivan brings him up, slams him into the broken timer's table, and Diamond is beginning to wonder exactly where he is and what he's doing. Meanwhile, Sullivan, completely in charge of the situation, moves outside again, adds more punishment. But again, notice Sullivan is moving in and out of the ring so that he doesn't lose on that 10-count situation. And again, Sullivan moves back inside just before the 10 count. Diamond still pummeled and beaten by Sullivan, and now Sullivan punishes him some more. Sullivan catches him with the flat of the foot. Up into the shoulder area now, Sullivan down those stairs and out after Diamond again. Diamond firing ineffectually to the midsection. Now Diamond fires back a good hit, but then rocks Sullivan. Sullivan could be in trouble now as Diamond continues to pound away at him. Diamond firing back. Sullivan turning the tables once again as Diamond back in the ring. Sullivan stepping through those ropes, and there you see the signal from the Fallen Angel. And she is indeed a wild and bizarre individual. Double thrust into the throat of Diamond that has him back on the canvas, and Sullivan very much in control of the situation again. Things had looked rather bad momentarily for Sullivan. And again, you see the snarling visage of the Fallen Angel. And Sullivan up on that second ring rope now. Walking along the ring rope, suddenly hurdles off, catches him with a double thrust into the throat, a vertical press. Diamond able to power away before the count of 3, however. Dandy catches him, the base of the elbow across the back. Diamond's back has been punished, and punished severely by Kevin Sullivan. Diamond is a gritty individual. Fires back a series of forearms to the side of the jaw, an Irish whip. Caught him with a drop kick coming off, but Sullivan was able to bear the brunt of that on his rather broad back, and it is Diamond now, an Irish whip off the ropes. Sullivan caught him with a lariat coming off the ropes into a lateral press. Gets the 3 count. He gets the 3 count, and so the master of the occult, Kevin Sullivan, He emerges the victor, much to the dissatisfaction of the thousands that are jammed here at the arena watching the matches. But again, Kevin Sullivan and the Fallen Angel leave the ring as victors in another encounter.
Black Jack Mulligan had an interview segment he called Grunts and Groans, and here's what he did with the Fallen Angel, aka Woman.
All right, welcome to Grunts and Groans, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say something very unusual. Today, my guest, most of the time I'm interviewing big, sweaty hunks of wrestlers out here, mean guys, rough guys. But today, what I'm going to try to do is talk to, if I possibly can, I'm going to try to communicate with the angel, sometimes known as the Fallen Angel. Leave me alone, Angel. And I'm trying to do this show. It's my show. I'll do the talking here. But what I want to know is, I've known Kevin Sullivan. I've known the Purple Haze for a long time, and what is it that makes you believe that Kevin Sullivan is so right about what he is doing?
He tells me so. It's just the way that he says it. It's his body language, you know. You know how it is, Jack.
No, I really don't, because I'm not into Kevin Sullivan's body, and the only thing I'd like to be doing to his body is slamming it on the mat and dropping some elbows on it. Do you know? Does your mama know where you're at is what I want to know. Does your mama care where you're at?
I don't know about that. I take care of myself. My master takes care of me. I don't worry about
Who is your master?
Kevin Sullivan is my master.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Do you understand, young lady? Your daddy, your mom and daddy, don't they care about what you're doing, where you're at?
I don't know. I don't care. I just worry about my master and what he's doing. Everything that he does, you know? You know how it is, Jack. I've told you many times. Remember those dreams you used to have?
I hadn't been doing any dreaming. Now, let me tell you something. Don't try any of that Aberdeen hokey pokey stuff on me. Because I'm telling you right now, I know that your daddy, I want you to call home, because I'm going to start checking the missing kids things, because you may be missing. Now, Kevin Sullivan, you've took this young lady. I understand that was a very successful model at one time on the top of the world. Could have demanded any price you wanted to for Playboy or anything like that. And look what you've done to her. And now you're hanging out with a rabble, with a bunch like Kevin Sullivan and Purple Haze. Doesn't that bother you just a little bit?
No, not at all. Not at all, Jack. You know, there is one thing I would like to know. Superstar was talking about putting his pythons around Kevin and around the Purple Haze. Well, what I'd like to know is, when are you going to put your pythons around me?
I don't have to answer that here. I don't have to get involved with this. Now, let me tell you something. Don't try any of that on me, because between you and Kevin Sullivan, it's not going to work. I told you to keep your creepy hands off those little kids of mine, and don't think it'll work on the old man, because it's not going to work on me, Angel. And you better go back to hanging out with that riffraff that you've been hanging out with.
Oh, Jack, now don't talk that way to me. You know better. You really want to be nice to me. You really do. I know you do, Jack. Oh, it's in here. I know your heart, Jack. I know you. I know everything about you.
We'll be right back after this for another Grunts and Groans.
Kevin Sullivan found a tag team partner in his mission of destruction in